What's going on YouTube, T-Stack here, and today we are going to be talking about everything great about Resident Evil 4 Remake. So first things first, and probably the easiest and fastest thing to talk about is going to be just how good this game looks in general. This game is absolutely beautiful. It is everything that we hoped for, seeing Leon in the RE2 remake on the new RE engine. Like, look at this man's hair. Look at that. And just right off the bat, the RE4 remake just has a whole different atmosphere about it. It's way darker in the beginning, looks a lot spookier, fog everywhere, dead animals. But enough about graphics, let's get into what makes this game really great. So the first thing I want to talk about that is different from the original that I really enjoyed in the remake was the knife. The knife in the remake serves a way bigger role. It is way more viable, and there's just so many things you do with a knife in this game. You got defense for getting people off of you. You got parrying, which is pretty hard on professional difficulty. It just adds that extra layer of skill and stuff you have to master to take on the hordes of enemies. And with the new knife comes a whole different idea for Resident Evil 4. The whole stealth aspect wasn't really a thing in the original, but with the knife you can be a lot more sneaky. You can sneak around, you can assassinate people, and you can play a lot more slow and a lot different game than you really could in the original. So one thing that the RE4 remake does really well is it provides this nostalgic feeling of playing the original RE4 again for the first time, but making it feel like a completely new experience all at the same time. It's really cool to see that when a remake can really capture the essence of the old game, but giving whole new experiences. So another thing that I really like that the RE4 remake does is they added side quests to the game, which adds a lot to the game in terms of value for previous areas that you visited. Killing rats here, killing snakes there, or having to go back to another area to fight a mini-boss. And what else is really great about the side quests is that they took the least expensive treasure from the original game and made the currency for it, which is actually really valuable in this game. So that's really cool. With that, the treasure system in this game is actually, they added a lot more depth and diversity to it. You can customize the treasures way more than you could in the last, and you could get a lot more money for doing different arrangements of gems and treasures. The RE4 remake version of Ashley is a lot different, and in a good way. Ashley feels more useful in this game and a lot less annoying, I would say. Her scream is a lot less annoying in this game. Oh my god. So the RE4 remake version of Lewis, they did him really good, and I love this version of Lewis. They added so much to his backstory, and he's a lot more active in the story, which I really appreciate, because I love this character. So after getting tied up with Lewis, Leon figures out through Hunnigan that Lewis was a researcher for Umbrella instead of some cop from Madrid, which I like that a lot more for his backstory because it ties him into previous games of Resident Evil. And you spend a lot more time with Lewis in this game. You do the cabin section, the minecart section, the double giant fight. You do a lot with Lewis in this game, which I really like, because this character with Leon is really fun. And watching Lewis and Leon develop as partners trying to get out of their situation is really cool. But spending all that time with Lewis makes you like the character more, which makes his death in the series a lot more sad. And I think having Krauser kill him is a lot better than Sadler. It sets up the Krauser fight and adds more to that with him and Leon. Yeah, it's just, Lewis's character is just so good in this game. And through playing the game, you really empathize with Lewis, because it really seems like towards the end, he really does feel bad for getting roped in with Los Illuminados. He really wants to make amends, make things right. But it also makes you hate Krauser that much more, so it really makes the Krauser fight a lot better too. So Lewis does a lot for this game. Another new element that the RE4 remake brings to the table are the challenges. The challenge system adds a lot of replayability for the game, which I really like. And some of those challenges are no joke. The ones to get the cat ears unlocked was a lot of fun. It was actually really challenging, only being able to save 15 times in a game, beating it on the hardest difficulty with no bonus weapons and in under 5.5 hours was a real challenge, but it was also really fun to do. So now it's time to talk about Leon. Leon in this game is great. He's just like the old one. He's cheesy, he's corny, and he's also a badass at the same time. And in this game, he's not a rookie anymore like he was in the RE2 remake. And Leon as a character was a huge part of me falling in love with this series when I did back on the GameCube on the original. And seeing this reimagined version of Leon done so well, it's really a treat for RE4 fans all around the world. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and leave a comment down below some of your favorite parts of the RE4 remake. Deuces.